This is the Come Up Show that feel good music lives. Real, recognize real. And on the phone with me, I have an artist who's doing big things, man. He had his song played on a legendary DJ Premier radio show on satellite radio, you know, which not too many Canadian MCs can say. He's devoted nearly half his life to hip-hop, and he's coming full circle. Sir, can you please introduce yourself to London, Ontario?
My name is D-Sisive. Hello, London, Ontario.
How are things going for you right now, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. You know, ever since the record came out, life has been great.
So the album's called Let the Children Die, and you obviously don't mean Let the Children Die, but you also want listeners to create their own interpretation of what it means, right?
That is true. You've done some research, my friend. That's excellent.
So you want listeners to, you know, listen to the album and make up their own the titles for like what it means to them, or what?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like I have my definition, like, you know, what I think the title means, or what the title represents, but I just decided I just didn't want to put it out there. Like, a lot of material, and a lot of my material is very specific, and the concepts are very spoon-fed, so I just figured, you know, for this, at least for the title, you know, let people put on their thinking caps and, you know, come up with their own interpretation, I guess. There's no right or wrong answer.
Okay, and you were talking about the topics and, I mean, the concept that you cover. What should people expect from this album, that the people who haven't heard of D-Sisive before, if they pick up this album or they listen to it, what do you think, what should they expect in terms of topics?
On top of being a personal record, it's a very well-rounded record, I think. Like, you know, there's something on there for everybody. I released a book last year, and that was a very, very personal record for me. Like, very serious, no room for humor, really, you know, with the odd punchline here and there. But I think this record, we lightened it up a bit, and, you know, the concepts are still there, but, you know, there's a lot of boom bap on it. There's, you know, there's also the personal songs. You know, I would never abandon that. It's the ultimate hip-hop package for the ultimate hip-hop listener. That's my sales pitch.
That's the sales pitch right there. That's how you sell.
Yeah.
And you're saying how you were on a personal and you have it well-rounded. And I was also, when I was doing my research on you, you say back in the day you used to have a lot of humor in your material. And you said that was to cover the lack of substance, but you went through a lot of things and you have something to talk about in your music now. Would you say, like, now looking back, what you went through, that something positive came from it, or?
Well, of course. Everything is a learning experience, and I like to look at it as, you know, myself evolving as an artist. Now, a lot of the things I did years ago, you know, there's a lot that I can't really listen to and I can't really stomach anymore, but that was me being, you know, a 17-year-old kid, you know, or even a 15-year-old kid. Like, I started in 95 when I was 15 doing open mics and freestyle battles around Toronto. And that's where I was as a kid, you know, and that without any experiences, without any major life experiences. And when you have nothing to write about, you write about nothing.
It's part of growing up, though, don't you think? Like, everybody, when everybody starts doing something for the first time, you know, they're basically trying to do their best, but
of course,
looking back, you're like, okay, that was whack, right?
Yeah, but then there comes a time where you gotta grow up, you know, and it's not saying that, you know, I dislike everything I've done, but everything I've done has helped to create the artist I am today. Like the song Popped, for example, you know, I look at that song like it was the gift and the curse, you know, like it really blew my name up, even on a worldwide level. And I guess like 12 years later, people are still coming up to me, 10 years later are still coming up to me asking me to perform it at shows, you know, and I've totally blocked that song out of, you know, what did they use in Men in Black when they erase your memory?
Yeah, like the pen.
Yeah, the pen. That song is gone because you know, there was a lot of bad that came with that song as well. You know, that, you know, made me depressed and just stuff I didn't expect to happen. But it was also a great thing as well. You know, if that song, it's not like it's one of those situations where I can go back in time and not create that song. I wouldn't do that. So you definitely learn from your past, and then you grow up and you live your life.
Yes, for sure. And one of the signs that say you are growing and learning is you got a Juno nomination for the best rap recording, and that's pretty big, eh?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, would that blow you? Did it surprise you, like huge, or what? Because Juno nomination.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's one of those things that it's nice to be recognized. That's how I see it. Like, I don't make music to win awards.
Mm-hmm.
And and I'm not trying to be cliche when I say that. Like, a lot of artists like to say that, I would love to win awards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong. And being nominated for a Juno Award was one of the, greatest achievements in my career so far.
Mm-hmm.
But, we would talk about it. Like, we knew the nominations were coming up, and, me and my friends or the people at my label, we'd have discussions about if we think we're going to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
And we were confident that the record was strong,
Mm-hmm.
but having a good record doesn't necessarily mean you're going to receive accolades like that.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we got the call and found out we were nominated, it was, at first it was a bit of a shock, so it didn't kick in at first, but,
Mm-hmm.
when I was in Vancouver, it just kind of blew me away, like, oh, wow, I'm actually here right now.
That's sick. I really respect that you say you don't do it for that, because you're not doing it for the external things. You're doing it from the heart, basically, because you love doing it.
If I was doing it for, those, for those things, my music would be a lot different, because I do create music that's not very mainstream accessible,
Mm-hmm.
but, a lot of people are grasping to it, and maybe my music is mainstream accessible, but just, major labels have just not taken a chance with something like it, with something as personal as it is. Like, it was a trip for me to, like, okay, I didn't win the Juno Award, but then when you're reading, like, major publications, like I saw, I think it was like CBC and Toronto Sun, I was the next name mentioned, and that's not taking anything away from the nominees, but that were with me, but like the Toronto Sun were like, okay, Cardinal's gonna win, but D-Sisive brought it, and he should have, he should be the victor in this. And I'm getting emails from people, and you see on message boards, D-Sisive should be the one to take this, but Cardi just had too strong of a single. So that feels great to me, and I'm not, by no means am I saying that to take anything away from the other nominees.
No,
like,
for sure.
I'm great friends with DL. I love him, and
Yeah.
it's all good.
So I know Eminem is one of your influences, and you respect Eminem a lot. Have you had a chance to hear his new album yet?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard mixed reviews, I would say. But what do you think about the new Eminem album?
I like it.
Yeah?
I enjoy it, yeah, because it's like he went back to the Eminem that got me excited about Eminem.
Is it the Mad Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not the mad as in angry. The mad is in psycho. Like, let's say as much weird shit as we can say.
Yeah.
And I think it's great.
All right, safe. Well, D-Sisive, I gotta say, I really love the honesty, the meaningful messages in your music, the unique voice that you have, and you stand out. And I hope you keep going, man. And the Come Up Show in London, Ontario, has got your back 100%. Thank you very much, sir. Is there anything else that you wanted to say?
Nah,
Yeah.
just thank you very much for having me on, man. I hope I can come back on again.
No problem. Actually, I'm about to play this song, Nobody with a Notepad. Can you explain this? Can you introduce it to the people, this song right here I'm about to play?
Yes.
Yeah. This is
London,
a crazy...
Ontario.
Who produced this beat, man? This song is just nuts in every single direction, man. Look.
Mr. Moonshine. He produces most of my stuff.
Okay.
The guy's a monster when it comes to the beats.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, man. Introduce the song to London, Ontario, please.
London, Ontario, my name is D-Sisive, and you are about to listen to Nobody with a Notepad on the Come Up Show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hooray!
Thank you very much, sir. Peace out.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. The Come Up Show!
I've spent many moons with my head on a pillowcase, retinas to the ceiling, John Lennon dreaming, John Lennon jealous of the dreamers that achieved it. I'm better off John Lennon betting sleeping. I John Lennon don't believe in Jesus, but I'm running out of people I can speak with. I was never one to get on kneecaps, elbows on my mattress, both palms pressed below the whiskey.
Make sure to check out more interviews at thecomeupshow.com.